late, but my problem is up to 3:50 my computer was fixed remotely by ICBT, so I could not share my screen. Even now I cannot use my chat. So I have loads of problems here, and I'm actually logging on my phone also because I'm talking to you like this, and I have joined on my Teams on my phone, and I can type on my phone, but I cannot type here. So that's my situation here, which that cannot be fixed today, I think. All right, so therefore let us correct the homework. Okay, the homework last session 2, actually that was sent early. All right, so I will show you that mail. This was the, I can even show you my mail also, that's all right. Okay, so second lesson homework. Here I'm opening my mail. This is the mail my coordinator has sent you. Lesson 2 homework material. This is for general students. I'm actually sharing my mail also. General students, is this the one? Yes or no? This is general. I just clicked on it. No? May I have some feedback, please? Right? Hello. Thank you, Chamara and Nirosha. Right? Thank you. Okay. So I'm typing on my phone, MS Teams on my phone, and I'm talking to the computer. All right. Okay. Then academic students, this is your homework. Am I right? Can somebody answer, please? Secrets of the song. All right. Is this the one for homework, academy students? Lesson 2. I want to always correct the homework first. Okay. Thank you, Janet. All right. Now answers. I'll start off with the academic reading homework answers. It's okay if you have not done. You can take the answers in a piece of paper. You can do it later. Homework, huh? First homework. All right. So I will show you the answers now. Share the answers. Answers will be shared on the screen. I'll share my whole screen. Academic, huh? Can you see the answers on my screen? Wait, I did not share yet. All right. Sharing the answers now for academic students. Can you see the answers? Can you see? Right. Can I have some feedback, please? Okay, please correct. You have 5 minutes for that. After that, I'm going to go to general reading homework. Then I'm going to academic reading classwork. Then I'm going to general reading classwork. This is how I go. Okay, correct, please. Are you correcting? May I have some feedback? May I have some feedback? Can you type somebody? Are you correcting?
Miss, I cannot see the reading passage 3.
No, I didn't go to it. I didn't move it. Okay. Wait till the others correct. I'm going slow. Okay. Passage 1 done. Okay. Can you see? Now passage 1, everyone done? Or do you want me to scroll through again? The words in brackets are not important. And after correcting, can I have your mark out of 40? Because I have a record here. Put A or G and send me, Miss, I'm doing academy, and put your mark, please. Okay. I want your mark now. That's the way to send your mark. Huh? I'm typing on my phone actually. Okay. Can I have the marks, please? May I have the marks? Can I have the mark, please? Marks, please.
Madam,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to type in the chat.
I'm also not allowed to type in the chat. Big
Okay.
problem. This is the first time it happened for the whole of 1.5 years. I've been in the chat. Now they are in the chat. Actually, I am an administrator, but still I can't do. They were trying to fix my thing on remote, but I had to send my computer to them tomorrow morning. So now what I did was I logged in from my phone also. You see that?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll tell you if you can't, you can ask me a question. You can tell me also. You can
Okay.
mute yourself and talk.
Okay.
So I have a really big problem because I can't type anything for you. I'm on my phone typing and talking.
Madam, can you show me your passage one answers?
Yeah, sure. Can you see it now? Now may I have the marks, please? Because I want to go to general also. Okay. Now marks are coming. May I have all the marks, please? Can I have all the marks? Somebody wants to see passage 3 answers. Okay, I'm showing again. Passage 3. Okay, I think it's enough time. Marks, please. Only Pavani, Adisha, Janet, somebody else, Ivanta, Krishani, Yashoda. All right. Radha, thank you. Right. Okay. Chamali, now we will go to general. Can I go to general now? Okay. Thank you. Answers for the general paper. Right. We are doing past papers, huh? Okay. Homework. Are you ready? Thank you, Shahara. Answers. Right, I'm sharing the screen now. Okay. One moment. This is general. I'll share the whole screen. I think, yes. Okay. Okay, general students, now if you can see the screen, please say yes. Homework. Are you correcting? Are you correcting? There's no response, students. General students, are you correcting? Are there any? Yes, thank you, Trevor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Chamra. Please correct. May I have the marks, please? Marks, please. General marks. Pasindu is the only person who sent me the mark. General marks, please. Saluk Academic. General marks. Pasindu. Thank you. Thank you, Chamara. Others? Marks? Thank you. Manumi, you are doing academic, so you must put A and send me. Right? Okay, right. Thank you, students. Now let us go to classwork. Now homework done. Nah? Classwork, the one we did now. Every day it's like this. We do the test at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock was homework and then classwork. Right? Thank you. Classwork. Class test. Right, academic reading was subtest 1. Okay, I'm sharing the answers now. Subtest 1, huh? Okay. I'll share the screen now. Let me share the screen. Okay. Can you see the screen, academic student? Can you see the screen? Academic students, can you see the screen? Huh? Can you? Number 11. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. Don't write 4, just write 1, either fragile to use or awkward to use or difficult to transport or expensive to build.
Mr. Answer for only expensive is correct, right?
No, no, no. Go to the text. It says expensive to build. They have not given marks, and you can use no more than 3 words. So why did you use one? If you write expensive, the meaning is not there. You can use no more than 3 words. So the answer is one reason: expensive to build. Expensive to build. No marks for expensive. Can I have the mark, please? Academy students, can I have the marks? Now I'm showing the general one. Huh? General classwork. Wait. General coming. One moment. Just trying to share now. Wait. General students, I'm just showing the answers. Niru, you're telling me now I have to go back again. I waited till anybody asked. That's not possible now. Can I do it later? Oh, right? Now, which answer did you miss, Niru? Right? I waited for a long time and I said I'm switching on to general and now you're asking me again. Right? Which one did you miss, classwork or homework? Please ask at that moment, right? Can you send me an email, please? I will send you the answer. Right? Send me a mail. I'll send you the answer sheet. Right, let's go to general. General students, are you ready? Classwork. Right. No, don't send me email addresses. You know my email address. Send me a mail. Right, I can't send you mails. You send me a mail. My email is on the first day I gave you. If you need something, you have to contact by mail. Right? Niru, you can't, I can't mail you. You have to mail me. I'm just typing it again. Please send a mail, I'll send the answers again. Right, general people, are you correcting? Can I have some response, please? General students, are you correcting classwork?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, correct. And if you can't see anything, please talk, then I can show. After I close the same thing and I go back again because I have several open here and I have to open Microsoft Teams and I have to use my phone as well because today I can't use my chat. You please send me a mail and I'll reply. You send me a mail telling this is what I want. Academic session 2 homework, academic session 3 classwork. If you tell it, I will mail you. Okay, all right. I can't do it now because I'm using the computer to show my screen. I will do it after the class. May I have the marks, please, general students? Can I have the marks? Okay, marks. Marks, general marks, please. Out of 40 marks. So students, mistakes are the most important thing. Now you have my right answer, waste time. If you can't understand, ask me. Mistakes are the most important things in your reading, not what you get right. Okay? Right. It seems no one in the class had done the general test. So they are not sending me the marks. Did anyone do the general test in class? Yes or no?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Trevor, thank you. You have got a good mark.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can
Yeah.
I get the answers for question number 25, 26, 27?
Yeah, sure. It's
Thank you.
open. I'll show you now. 25 to what is the number you want?
25 to 27.
Can you see?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Right. Marks, please. So I think I have corrected all. Okay, Trevor, you got two wrong. You know? What happened? I don't know. Thank you for telling me because I have a record here. All right. Now we have corrected all. Others keep on sending me marks. Huh? Right. So if you miss something, you can ask now. Otherwise, you'll have to send me a mail to ask for these answers. Okay. Right. Now, students, we have finished our reading. All right. So now what I want to say about your reading is you have to do hard work. Work out your mistakes. If something is wrong, take down the right answer. Work it out. If you don't understand, because I give you the right answer. All right. You can ask me again. Okay, shall we start our listening test also? So second lesson, you know all my shortcuts. I hope you remember all my shortcuts. For each question type, I taught you a shortcut in listening. Thank you, Pasando. You see that? So when they say read, do those shortcuts. All right. And carry on. When the test is over, I'll give you time to transfer. So this is the paper, student. I hope you have got it printed out. The class test, the first one we are doing for listening. Now from today, I'm going to send you a homework listening paper also. I'll compress my audios and send it. All right. Okay. I'll send by tomorrow so that you can print out all these papers. This is the paper for listening. Now don't read, don't touch, just take it out. All right. Am I right? Is this the listening paper for the whole class? Now we are doing our first listening test.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Don't look. We have time to look, right? Okay, take a pencil, throw away your eraser. No eraser. Don't touch erasers. All shortcuts, you know that, right? Okay, wear your headphones. Don't touch the paper, right? Wear your headphones. We are now going to do this, right? So it should be quiet in the house. If someone's bothering you, you should say that you're doing tests today, right? This is a hard one, nah? I'm giving a hard one today. Let me, I'll give you a signal when I start. Wait. One moment, I'm just checking my audio here. Okay. Wear your headphones. Starting now.
Press Intermediate. Practice test. Listening. You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. Write all your answers in the listening question booklet. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to section 1. Section 1. You will hear a woman phoning about the shared house she is going to move into. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 7. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully to the first part of the conversation and answer questions 1 to 7.
Hello? Hello, this is Hilary. I'm calling about the house. I'm moving in next week.
Oh, yes, Hilary. This is Judith. I met you when you came to look at the house.
Yes, I just had a few more questions I wanted to ask.
Of course.
Well, first, about the rent. I realise I didn't check what it included.
Yes, that's important. It includes most things. We don't have to pay extra for heating, for example, just for the telephone, which is fair enough, I suppose. Local taxes are part of the rent, so that's not a worry.
That's fine. Then I remember I should have sent my letter of reference to the landlord by now, but I haven't got his address.
Yes, you should get that off right away. Address it to Mr. Crawley. He's at 14 King Street.
Is that in Exford?
Yes. And then you'll need to put the postcode, of course. It's AP12 7QT.
Got that. Thanks. I also realise I don't know exactly what the house has in the way of equipment. Is there a microwave, for example?
There isn't. None of us feels the need.
Oh, fine. I'm sure I can do without one too. What about a hairdryer?
Maybe you should bring one, if you need one.
I'll buy one, yes. And TV?
Oh, yes. We've got 2, in fact. Was there anything else?
I just wondered if there were any rules.
Not really. We share the cleaning, things like that. We do have to be careful about loud music.
Yes.
So we've agreed that there shouldn't be any loud music after 9, and that we don't play music at all in the living room after 10. Up to 11 in your own room's okay, as long as it's not too noisy.
That sounds good. And is there somewhere safe I can keep my bike?
That's difficult. To be honest, lots do get stolen round here. We haven't got a garage, so we tend to park ours in the garden so that they're hidden from the street.
Okay.
Now, I hope you like cooking.
Yes, I do. Do you all have shared meals?
Not very often, actually, but when the weather's good in the summer, we like to have a barbecue together, which we do each Wednesday. We tend to go out at weekends.
Sounds fun.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, You have some time to look at questions 8 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 8 to 10.
Are you familiar with this area?
A bit. Actually, there are a few things that I'd like to know the location of. A bank, for example.
Yes, there's one quite close. You just go up to the junction near the house, the one where 4 roads meet, and go straight ahead and then take the second left. It's a little way down there on the left-hand side.
That's convenient. Another thing is that I'd like to check my emails quite often. I was wondering how far away an internet cafe was.
Well, there are a couple actually, but one's much cheaper than the other. The one I use is very handy. You just go up to the big junction and then, well, I go straight ahead and then turn right so that it's on the right-hand side.
Fine. And one last thing.
Uh-huh.
I need to go to the post office quite often. I'm hoping there's one quite close to the house.
You're in luck. You'd walk up to the big junction and then, if you want a nice route, take the street that's slightly to the right. Then you'd want the second left and you'd find it on the right side of the street.
Well, it all sounds great.
So, we'll see you in a couple of days' time?
Yes. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
That is the end of section 1. You will now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 2. Section 2. You will hear part of a radio programme in which the manager of the Apollo Leisure Centre is interviewed about the centre. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen to the first part of the interview and answer questions 11 to 16.
Next, I'd like to welcome Carol Brown, manager of the Apollo Leisure Centre. Carol, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Carol, the Apollo seems a familiar sight, but how long has it actually been here?
Well, we started negotiations to take over the previous active life centre that used to occupy the premises in 2000 and planned to open in 2001, although the usual delays meant it was 2002 before we were up and running.
And do you have quite a mix of members, or are you focused on certain groups?
It's pretty broad, actually. There are something like 200 adult members, so that's our biggest group, but we also have as many as 100 youth members, together with about 50 family group members. And I think we'll see that section growing to 100 over the next couple of years.
Healthy numbers.
Yes, and we'll be developing the centre to make it even more attractive. We're hoping eventually to build in a rock climbing wall, which would make a useful addition. We've already opened our swimming pool, which is hugely popular, and we'll have a massage room open within 12 months.
Now, I understand you have different categories of membership?
Yes, to suit every pocket. Blue membership includes all facilities for the member and a guest at all times, which is good for people with unpredictable timetables. If you can make it during daytime hours, Red membership gives you excellent returns for your fee. As for only half price, you can use all the facilities during the day, and they're actually less crowded then. Green membership is designed for people who are only able to come infrequently, and so, of course, costs less.
And there are chances to socialise.
Oh, certainly. Our cafe is very popular and is a nice place to wind down and chat after working out or whatever. In fact, while it used to shut at 8, we've extended that to 9 now, with last orders taken at 8:30. It serves a whole range of food and drink.
So if someone wants to join, what do they do?
Come and see us. We'll give you all the details. The induction process takes about an hour and a quarter, which includes 3/4 of an hour on average with a personal trainer, and something like half an hour being shown round the different facilities.
So we'd be well looked after.
Definitely.
Now you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen to the rest of the interview and answer questions 17 to 20.
OK, now, Carol, can you give us some idea of what we could expect to get as members of Apollo?
Sure. Well, let's take next Monday as an example. The early evening would begin with the programme of classes. Of course, members would also be at liberty to do their own thing. I'm just talking about the listed classes that we'll be offering. So let's say you're free to turn up at 4 p.m. You could spend an hour in a class that we call gentle exercise. This isn't a hard workout, as you might be imagining it, but a session designed for those who perhaps are not used to rigorous classes and would like something to ease them in.
Right.
The next thing on offer will be starting at 5, and again, it'll last for an hour. In contrast, this is what we simply call weightlifting. It's certainly not for softies, but this strenuous session is, of course, carefully monitored, and we wouldn't let anyone do anything silly.
Oh, well, that's reassuring.
And then, kicking off at 6:15, you'll be welcome at a class aimed at promoting better lifestyles, which we run under the banner of healthy living. We'll give you all sorts of useful advice about just living better.
Oh, sounds easier than working out.
And probably at least as important.
And rounds the evening off nicely.
Oh no, we still have one more offering. These days, so many people are working, frankly, more than they should be. And we try to combat the stress that creates by encouraging those who can to take part in the class we call relaxation. You can learn lots of helpful techniques for staying calm when you think everything's going terribly.
Now you're talking.
So we'll see you on Monday.
Now.
That is the end of section 2. You will now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 3. Section 3. You will hear a discussion between a student, Aldo, and his supervisor, Dr. Hurst, about his research assignment. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 23. Now listen to the first part of the conversation and answer questions 21 to 23.
So, Aldo, how's it going so far with your assignment?
Not too bad.
You're looking at the community round here.
That's right. How people perceive the community they are in.
Have you made much progress?
I conducted quite a lot of interviews on the street with local residents. Their responses are interesting. I haven't got quite as many yet as I'd like. I had wondered if I'd have language problems, particularly with the different accents. I seem to have managed, though. Having to work in the open has made it harder, and with the cold weather there's been recently, people don't necessarily want to stop and talk like they do if it's nice and sunny. That's something I've had to deal with. Of course, some people are too busy to stop and talk, but that's okay.
I see. So, have you formed a good overall picture of how people view the community?
To an extent. I've certainly talked to plenty of older people. I guess they may have more time to talk. I still don't really have enough young mothers, though. I've managed to get enough older mothers and children through the schools. That's something I had been worried about.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Now, how are you going to deal with all the data you've collected?
That's the difficult part. I guess I need to run some analyses, but I'm rather unclear about what methods to use.
You've told me you're confident about using computers, so you just need some input on choosing programs. You should attend a statistics seminar. They're held every Friday after the methodology seminars in room 105. That should help you to select an approach.
Oh, good. I'll do that.
Now you have some time to look at questions 24 and 25. Now listen to the next part of the conversation and answer questions 24 and 25.
Meanwhile, let's hear something about what you've learned.
Yes, I talked to a number of residents.
Good. I imagine they didn't always have the same opinions.
Views were certainly quite mixed. Take sports facilities. In general, people seemed to think they weren't very good. There's no swimming pool in the area, for example. But at the same time, there's a new football training area. It looks very smart to me, but it doesn't seem to get used very much. People seem to prefer sitting around in the parks. They enjoy that, taking picnics and so on. Although they want the council to be more efficient at cleaning, there's a lot of litter. People are obviously very concerned about their children's learning. The general view seems to be that early schooling at primary level is of a good standard in the area, but that this standard declines as children move up through the system. The colleges were criticised in particular.
Now you have some time to look at questions 26 to 30. Now listen to the rest of the conversation and answer questions 26 to 30.
OK. Now, are you going to collect any more data?
Some, I hope. There's a local festival next week, and I think the events there will give me some useful opportunities. I talked to a council officer about it all.
Good. What does it involve?
First, there's a dance show, which I'm sure I'll enjoy. The council explained that the concert hall's being renovated and won't be ready in time, so it's being held in the main square, which I think will be better anyway. At least I'll have more space to wander around in.
True.
And so I hope to be able to carefully watch the age groups that are there in the audience and make notes about how they interact. So that's one event. Then the following day, there's another interesting event which I look forward to going along to, and that's a cookery competition.
Oh, yes. Interesting.
I think so. Yes, that one's being organised in the town hall. which has a big space apparently. With food and cooking from all the different people in the area, the council officer told me that it'll be a good chance to find out about the different cultures that make up the community.
Sounds promising.
Then there's one more event I'd like to go along to. The council officer promised me that the courses fair will be interesting. It's going to be in the Langtree Theatre, and the officer said lots of teachers will be there. I've already talked to plenty of them, but he advised me to put some questions to the head of education, who will also be there.
That's all very useful. OK, I suggest you come back next week.
That is the end of section 3. You will now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 4. Section 4. You will hear a talk about developments in public transport in large cities. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. Now listen to the first part of the talk and answer questions 31 to 34.
That big cities around the world are getting bigger is a clear trend. This situation is going to make the issue of transport increasingly important. Cities cannot work if their people and their visitors cannot move around. This means that public transport is vital to the success of cities. And yet, private car ownership is increasing all the time. Can these two facts be contained in the same reality? Isn't the car slowly but surely strangling the city? But we must acknowledge it does have genuine benefits. Having said that, the fact that car owners can escape to the mountains is of little relevance to the issue of daily city life, in which we need to do things like ferry heavy shopping and luggage around, something the car, of course, is invaluable for. But the so-called family car is rarely occupied by a family, just a single driver taking up a lot of road space. It's not only the car that clogs up our roads, of course. Trucks are heavy, noisy, and smelly intruders. But it's hard to persuade companies to opt for rail freight rather than road. They argue that it is cheaper and more flexible, and trucks are undoubtedly able to go when you want, where you want. The cost claim is false, however. Truck companies don't hold themselves responsible for the environmental costs they incur, nor are they keen to calculate the time spent on repairs or delays. So, this is our first challenge, the sheer volume of traffic. If we compare 3 developed and urbanized countries, we can see interesting differences. The UK, for example, has just over 20 million cars, 1 for every 3 people approximately, and nearly 3 million buses and trucks. These figures sound very high, but in fact the Netherlands, although only a little over a quarter the population, has more vehicles per head of population. Meanwhile, Germany, bigger than both other countries put together, actually outstrips either in terms of vehicles per head of population. Now, there is no correlation between these figures and the percentages of journeys made on public transport. This means that the route to better public transport use is not abolishing the car, but rather making public transport better. Not surprisingly, where people can choose, they choose the thing they prefer, not the thing they don't. How do people judge public transport? Well, a major survey was carried out this year, indicating that there are many aspects, from clean interiors of buses to the proximity of routes to homes and workplaces. Fare prices is a complex issue and needs to be accounted with car costs. What people seem to find most frustrating is scheduling. If the route doesn't pass their departure point when it suits them, they'll drive instead. The issue of personal safety seems to have reduced in urgency with better lighting at stops and CCTV.
Now listen to the rest of the talk and answer questions 35 to 40.
Now, various measures are being taken in a number of major cities, all designed to increase the appeal of public transport and thus to persuade car users to leave their cars behind and free up the city's roads. Among these is bringing in smart cards. These are purchased in advance and mean passengers spend less time waiting to buy tickets and board buses and trains, particularly when switching across transport modes within the same journey. Another initiative is the use of computers in managing scheduling with greater efficiency. But such logistical measures are not sufficient in themselves, and indeed the benefits that they bring are often less apparent to passengers than to transport managers. From the passenger's point of view, the fact that buses are becoming more comfortable is significant, because it brings them more in line with the car. Delays and diversions are, of course, deeply irritating for passengers. Even if these can't be eliminated, ensuring that passengers have more detailed information available to them will help to reduce their sense of stress. We often associate public transport with inner-city travel, but of direct benefit to passengers are systems such as taxi sharing and dial-a-bus, which provide more flexible options for suburban journeys. And finally, nothing really significant can happen without a shift in people's mindsets. The way we travel is an expression of our values about many things. Companies operating public transport are slowly but surely finding it possible to sell their services as a public-spirited alternative to the car, as awareness of environmental issues has increased radically in the last few years. Overall, then, this combination of steps and changes has a good chance of shifting the city out of the car and onto the bus and train.
That is the end of section 4. You will now have half a minute to check your answers. In the IELTS test, you would now have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the listening answer sheet. That is the end of the listening section.
Okay, I don't think we should waste 10 minutes to transfer the answers, students, right? So that's the way they'll start timing and you have 10 minutes to put your 40 answers. So now I'm sharing the answer sheet. Let's see a mark. All right. So we are not wasting that time here. Let's see the answer sheet. Okay. Don't worry now. It was a tough test. It was the first one. Right? Wait. the answers now. I'm sharing the screen now. Please check your work, everyone listening. Can you see the answers? Brackets are not important. Other words are important. If I have not put them in brackets, they're important.
Excuse me, can I go for question number 8? Thank you, ma'am.
Send me the marks, sir. Can I have the marks, please? Marks? Okay. May I have the marks, please? Students? Students, can I have the marks, please? Thank you, Owen. Good. Manumi. I hope you remembered my shortcuts. Did you remember the shortcuts? Right? Okay, marks. All right, students.
Excuse me,
Send the
ma'am.
mark. Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't available for the second session because I was in the quarantine.
Then you're in a
camp.
terrible state.
Yeah,
Then you
but I
don't know
did
how
the.
to do this.
I
Yeah.
just did
You'll
the
have to
listening
wait for
session.
another new batch to start, and you have to write a mail and ask for permission
Yeah,
to
I
attend.
mailed it actually.
Yeah. So till
You
then, you
reply to
do
my
your
mail.
way. Okay.
Yeah, I just
Till
did
then,
and I got
yeah.
34.
Right. So you do your way because I taught some shortcuts, and you can ask your friends if you have somebody there in the class. Okay, marks. Right, there were some shortcuts, especially for the paper based. Okay. Thank you, Vinod. Pasindu, Niru, good. I know it's the first test. Okay, so it's 4:20. Shall we take a break? Right? 4:30 sharp, come back to the class. What we're doing is we are doing our task 2 essay and task 1. All right, and I'm giving the writing marks scheme. And we are doing classwork and homework. People have classwork writing. You see that? All right. So let me see you sharp at 4:30. All right. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Okay, let's start, students. Let's start. Right? Right. Now, we are starting our writing. Your writing is a 1 hour test. Whether you do academy or general, it's a 1 hour test. And within 1 hour, you have to do 2 tasks. Task 1, thank you, Trevor. Task 1, everyone take a note, please. Yes. Task 1. Thank God my chat is working now. All right, it's working. Task 1 and task 2. Okay. All right, students. Okay. Now, whether you do academy or general, are you taking a note down, students? Please take a note down, right? Whether you do academy or general, task 2 is the same. What is that? You have to read a question with a question mark. And in 40 minutes, you have to read a question and write the answer in the form of an essay. So whether you do academy or general, task 2 is the same. Task 1 different. You get 20 minutes for that. Okay, and it's short, 150 words. So there's something common also. Are you taking a note down, everyone? Right? So task 2 is the same. Whether you do academy or general, you have to write an essay. Now students, remember, you know the mark scheme, right? Listening mark scheme. Did I share the listening mark scheme? Right? I think on the first day I shared. Okay, I'll share it again, the listening mark scheme. Take a screenshot. Listening marks. I think I didn't share the mark scheme. Take a screenshot. Okay, I'm sharing now. Reading mark scheme I shared. Right, this is the listening mark scheme. Students, you take a screenshot. Today you have a mark, so you can convert it. There's no mathematics involved. Right? This is a listening mark. Can you see it? Students, can you see it? Right. Now you have your scores. Trevor, you got 33, right? So then Trevor, your mark is 7.5. All right. Check your mark, please, everyone. I don't want to know that. I just need the scores. Okay. Did you take a picture? Right. Now, students, okay. Now, students. So, writing also out of 9. They will give a mark out of 9 for task 1. And they'll give a mark out of 9 for task 2. But students, the final put together, they don't take equal. They don't take equal. They take 2/3 of your marks out of 9. They take 2/3 from task 2. Like 6 marks. You see that? They'll mark out of 9 and take 2/3. Task 1, they take only 1/3 of your 9 marks. You see that? So more weightage on the task 2. So at the exam, you get both together. Don't start with task 1. So write down that very important point. When the test starts, you do your writing task 2, long one, and then you go to task 1. So writing task 2, let's start. Like the exam. It's a question with a question mark. In 40 minutes, at least 250 words. Now what is at least? What is at least? Huh? What is at least minimum? You see the minimum. Okay, now students, I will show you the paper. Yes, yes, true. I will show you the paper they give you for the exam. Today I will email through my coordinator. I don't know whether I have already emailed. Let me share the screen. And I want you to do, take printouts. Please print out this paper. The internet has the old paper. You see that? This is the new answer sheet material, right? Computer based, no problem, just a blank page. Just a paper. So internet has the old material. I don't want old. So you have to print out this one. Okay, let me share. So this is the paper for task 1, student. You get double side. If you want more, you can ask them. And this is the paper for task 2. One paper double side for task 1 and one paper double side for task 2. So please print this out. Internet has the old one. Okay. So writing task 2. right? Now students, they don't allow TPEX, all right? They say do the whole exam using a pen or a pencil, right? The whole exam, reading, listening, they allow. No TPEX, no correction fluid. So you can't use the, I don't think you should use the pen if you're doing the paper-based test. Why? You'll be cutting and chopping. You see that, right? So then no erasure, not correction fluid, right? No correction fluid. So what's the best thing? Take pencil, take 2-3 pencils for the exam with the eraser. Can you do that, students? Right? Can you take 2-3 pencils for the exam? Huh? Right. So you can erase. So 250 is like double side. Even if you write 251, now don't write 300, they don't, the marks are not given for content, only content. Marks are given for English. So even if you write 251, if your English is okay, you'll get the mark. All right. So 250 will be like double side or the 2 sides and another quarter. All right. Okay. Right. Now, so exam, you're starting with your essay. Don't start with task 1. Now you know why. Teacher told. All right. Okay. Time plan. Everyone take a time plan. Take a time plan. Test started. Took the task 2. Take 10 minutes to do rough work in the test paper. They throw the test paper in a dustbin. They only look at this answer sheet. 25 minutes to write and 5 minutes to check and okay. 10 to plan, 25 to write and 5 minutes to check. Whatever you have to write, I'm typing in the chat as well. Please take it down. All right. All right. All right. Hello. All right. Okay. All right. I need the feedback to, proceed. So 10 to do rough work in the test paper, 25 minutes to write and 5 to check. This is the race against time. All right. Now, students, the official past papers are the Cambridge IELTS. We're doing them in class. So there are 15 books available. 15 books available. All right. 1 to 15. Cambridge has only put 15 papers for the last 26 years. 15 books. Papers come in books. Okay. Every book will have 4 papers. All right. 1, 2, 3, they are old. You must finish 11 to 15. All right, 11 to 15. Now, usually in a physical class, this is what happens. On the last day, you can't bring laptops and internet. You have to bring a pen drive. On the last day, I tell everyone to bring a pen drive and I save all the papers. I have it in a pen drive and I save it on the ICBT laptop with the lecturer's the desktop, and everyone comes one by one and copies them and go. You see them? Now we can't do that. Our class is online, right? Actually, these 15 past papers I downloaded from the internet long time ago. Don't ask me the link. I don't know. You see that? So please download. Go to internet available, right? If somebody has the link, please share us here. Okay. So book 11 to 15 download. Cambridge IELTS. So I share all these audio, everything with students. Now since we have a problem, right? Go and download. Thank you, Pasindu. Marvelous. Students, Pasindu is sharing now. Pasindu, thank you so much. Right? Yes. Somebody has shared. Pasindu, share it again. Pasindu. Right? Thanks to the person. So you better download papers, answers, audio, everything is there. All right? Okay. So now you can do any past paper, any reading, listening. Now today we can start writing. So when I finish everything, you do one by one. Right now you can do all the reading and the listening. All right. Okay. Now it's a question with a question mark and you read the question, make a plan in 10 minutes and write for 25 minutes and last 5 minutes to stop and check. Now students, I have to teach you the structure. Planning, I'll teach you structure. Now, if you look at, now remember, Not like the O-level exam. You won't get a question, a topic. You get a topic. No. You get a question with a question mark and you have to write the answer in the form of an essay. Now when you start here, everyone look, don't put a heading. They will cut it off. They won't count that for 250. You start not here. Indent and start. What do you mean by indent? You will leave a little space and start. When you go to new paragraph, go to the next line, indent and start. So every paragraph means indent, okay? You understand that? You don't have to leave a line, just indent and start. So we are like actually students, to tell you the truth, this 250 like a O-level essay, short essay. All right. So I will teach you the best way. Now, if you look at all the past papers, all right, if you look at all the past papers, now you will see there are many types, but broadly, take it down, broadly, two types. Are you taking a note? Very important note. This is not printed anywhere. I'm not sharing anything. Broadly, two types. Type 1, take it down, please. They ask questions like this. Some examples. Broadly, two types. Type 1. The questions are like this. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? Okay. Why does this happen? Okay. How can we do something? All right. What are the problems of this? Solutions of this. All right. They like to ask questions like that. I don't know what you will get. So we will do type 1 and type 2 both. All right. We're going to do everyday essay. And I will give you the mark scheme and I'll show you a very good answer before we end our classes also. Then you have your mark and you know what is a 9 also. Okay. Are you happy? That's type 1. Type 2. They ask questions like this. They are more popular. I don't know whether you'll get a type 1 or a type 2. Right? Thank you, Pojita. Now, the previous link has 1 to 11 books, it seems. That's old. I want 11 to 15. 1, 2, 3, they're old students. I want you to do 11 to 15. Pojita will please upload tonight and send the drive link to me. Then when Pojita sends me the link for 1 to 15, I'll share it here. Thank you, Pojita. So up to now, you can start 11 in those that link, do the 11 book. Okay. Pojita will give us 11 to 15. All right. Thank you, Pojita. Right. So type 2, come on, write it down. They are more popular. I don't know what you get. They always ask for opinions. Their questions are like this. Do you agree or disagree? What extent do you agree or disagree? You might ask, what's your opinion? Straight away opinion, all opinion. All right. Or they might ask, do you think it's good or bad? Do you think it's positive or negative? Do you think the advantages would outweigh the disadvantages? Or finally, this is also opinion question, but worded differently. Discuss both sides and give your opinion. Okay, so either it will be type 1 or type 2. Very rarely they amalgamate this. All right, we'll talk about it. Okay, now let's start. Okay, let's start. Okay, now we'll start with type 1. Okay, are you ready? Now, remember the 10-minute rough work should be done in the test paper. All right, so now take a new page, everyone. Take a new page and come here to the top. So this is the test paper. Write the question. It will take only 3-4 lines. We'll do the rough work here. Okay, go to the top and write these words so we can make it a test paper then. These words are on top. Write the words on top. I typed. Then it says writing task 2. Now I'm typing the question. They are long questions, but that's good. There's a typing error. The high levels of violence in films have brought serious social problems. Full stop. What are these problems? Question mark. How could they be reduced? Now you wrote it on top. This is the place to do rough work. It's a new page. Okay. Right. Please write it down. And when you've written it down, just type OK. Then I can teach you the 10-minute rough work. Did you write it down, everyone? The high levels of violence in films have brought serious social problems. Full stop. What are these problems? Question mark. How could they be reduced? Question mark. Now remember, I used to say boring. Transport, children and environment and health. You see that? What to do? Okay. Right. Now done. Take another color pen now. Exam, you can take a pencil. Okay. Right. Now, test started. You took your task 2, took the pencil. Can you read and underline all the important keywords? What are the keywords? Keywords are the main parts. High levels underline, violence underline, films underline, broad serious social problems. What underline these problems? How they be reduced? Those are the main keywords in the question. After underlining the keywords, students, the next thing is read and circle all the tasks you have to carry out. There are jobs for you to do. There might be 1 job or 2 jobs. Here there are 2. Okay, circle the task now. One task is, put a circle. What are these problems? Put a circle and write Roman number 1. Okay. What are these problems? Then there's another one. How they be reduced? Put a circle. Put Roman number 2. Okay. Owen, are you okay? Right. Now you have underlined the keyword main parts and you have circled all the tasks you have to carry out. Now come here. Come to the next line. Right. Now I'm teaching with analysis. Step 1. Step 1 is, firstly, after underlining the keywords and circling the task, you need to find out what is it generally about. Write it down. Step 1 is about the general subject. What do you mean by that, student? What is the broad area? Ideas should come. Where should the ideas come from? What is the broad area? I'll give you a hint. Hint. The broad area is in the first 1.5 lines. Can anyone tell me the broad area? If you can't type, you talk. What is the broad area? What is it generally? Now this is short. What is it generally about? Talk, alright? I told you the first 1.5 lines I tell you. What is it generally about? Yes, yes. Niru, Adisha, Putti, Chamali, Chamal and Nirosha, Chamali. Come on. How many people are there in the class? What is it generally about? Now come on, tell me. Is it about children? Is it about films? It is about environment. What is it about? Come on. Come on. I can't type again, so I will use my phone too. Right? It comes and it goes. Right? Okay. Right? What is it generally about? I have the phone here. I can type it. All right. Yes, tell me. Again, I have a problem with the chat. No, Trevor. Social problems is too. I agree with family. Social problem, it's then you are writing 1,000 word essay. Are we writing a fan? No. It's about violence in films. Can you write it down, please? I have to use my phone back because the chat is not working here. So the general subject is what? Right? What is it? Violence in films. My God, if you say social problems, then it's like a 1,000 word essay. Do you agree, everyone? Do you agree? Yes or no? Okay. Now that is a broad area, student. Generally, it's about violence in films. That's too broad. Now narrow it down. Step 2. Go to the next line in your test paper. Step 2. We are not going to talk about violence everywhere. We'll really focus broadly about violence in film, but we really focus. We really focus about what? The real focus or the real direction is the task you have to carry out. Might be one or two. That's the real focus. So what is the real focus today? It's generally about violence in films, but we will talk about the social problems due to violence in films and the solution. Did you understand everyone how to analyze the question? Huh? Did you understand that? Alright, this is generally about violence in film, but now I say 250 words is going to talk about the social problem because of violence in the solution. Do you agree or not? So in brackets, write body paragraphs. Okay? Do you agree? You can argue. Okay? Okay? All right, students. Right. Okay. So now you know where you're going. Where are you going now? To talk about social problem because of violence and then the solutions. Okay. Right. Then brainstorm. Now come to the next line. On one side put one arrow, other side put other arrow. On one side you have social problems. And on the other side you have solutions. On the social problem side, right? Solutions on the social problem side, ask yourself what, and put down some social problems, put some bullet points, short form. Ask, so you can brainstorm in single or Tamil, that's okay. Ideas come in every language. Put everything which comes into your head. And on the solution side, ask yourself what, and put down the solutions in short form. You see that? Did you understand the students? Yes or no? Right? This. So now you have brainstorm all the problems and solutions in the 10 minutes and everything is not good. You're going to choose the best. I like this bullet point number 1. I like this one number 2. This is a nice solution, like that you choose. This is the 10-minute rough work. Did you understand, Trevor, Sanan, Vinod, Manumi? Owen? Poster, did you understand that? All right, okay, very good. So every question, this is how you plan. Read the question, I'm summarizing what I told you. Underline all the keywords, circle all the tasks you have to do. There might be 1 or 2. Then write down the general subject, the broad area, which is the first 1.5 lines. And then write down the real focus, the real direction, the task, right? Then brainstorm and choose. So this will take 10 minutes, or I want you to do in less than 10 minutes. Okay, right. Okay, keep it. Go to a new page. Structure of the essay. I have a problem. I have to type in my phone now. Structure of the IELTS essay. Right. So just like in any essay, students, there are 3 parts. I'll give you short notes. It's like school essay. What are 3 parts of essay? Introduction, body paragraphs. Okay. Introduction is the, take a short note please. The first para. I told you in IELTS essays we don't put topics, they cut it off, right? Introduction. You can see that. So it's a short one in IELTS. We can't write long. You can't write 1 sentence. Minimum it should have 2 sentences, that paragraph. Or maximum it should have 3 sentences. Alright. Minimum 2, maximum 3. Okay. Can't write 1, nor can you write 4. Now, can anyone tell me what do you mean by an introduction? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of an introduction? Why would we write an essay in introduction? Can we jump into these social problems because the violence in films and give solution? You can't jump into a topic student's question. We have to give a background. So introduction means a background. Okay. I didn't ask the method, Niru. I asked, what do you mean by an introduction? You understand, Niru? An introduction means a background to the question. All right. Do you understand, Niru? Now I will ask you, how shall we write it? Put a how and a question mark, right? Okay. Now there are many methods to write. Niru type something. That is a very mechanical way of doing it. And I'll tell you at the end why all the internet, the YouTube and everything says that. So I will teach you that in a proper manner so that you will remember forever, not only 5 years. All right. So we are writing a short essay. Okay, we are writing a short essay. So therefore now please go back to this note. All right. Come here. Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen, everyone? Can you see the screen? Okay. Now, please go back to your previous question. Can't see the screen. If anyone can't see, log in again. Oh, you want the... What's the problem? Okay. Trevor says he can see, but other people... If you can't see the screen, that means that's your problem. You have to log in again. Right? Can you see now? Shara? Shahara, can you see now? So if some people can see, okay, then log in again. Log in again. Oh my God. I'm sharing my screen. Log again. Trevor, can you see? Trevor.
No, ma'am. Now I can't see anything.
My God. Then I think the problem is me then. Can you see now? Can you see now?
No, ma'am.
Can you see now?
No. No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll call ICBT. Just give me a minute.
Hamuna.
Okay, I logged in again. Let me share. No, I am not talking because I went out of the class. I disconnected myself so that I can. Now, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
hello. Okay. Let me share my screen now. I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, I didn't share it yet. Let's see, otherwise I'll have to call them and tell them to fix it. Can you see my screen now? Shara, Chamara. No.
No, I can't.
I'm in a hell of a thing.
No, okay.
Moment, give me a moment. Can you see now?
No. Yes.
Can see? No.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
You can see? Huh?
Yes, I can. You can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can see.
Thank you. Now, go back to your question. All right, go back to your question. Now, look at the question, step 1 and step 2, right? When we start an essay like a short IELTS essay, this is the method. We always start with the general subject. As a rule of thumb, your talk about the introduction should have a general subject. What is the general subject now? Violence in films. We have written it down in your test paper. So you say something general about violence in recent times, but not only in Western movies, but in all parts of the world, directors have used the element of violence to enhance their film qualities. If you want, you can have another general statement. Too okay. In fact, this can be now seen in most Asian movies too. Did you see? We wrote two general statements. And then the last part says, step 2. However, it has created social problems which has to be solved. Did you understand that? That is how you write an essay. Introduction. All right? Write down, please. Write down. Start with. Now, I will answer that question. Start with, I'm typing. Start with. No, I'm not sharing anything. Huh? Start with. I didn't share any answer sheet now. Start with the general subject of the question and then move on to the focus of the question. Now, Niru said, Miss, paraphrasing the question. That's very mechanical. You know why? That's the correct one. Now, general subject is the first part of the question. You paraphrase. Then the focus is the latter part of the question. Do you know when you paraphrase, you copy word to word. That is why I say, forget this paraphrase. When you analyze the question, write down the general subject in your own words. Write down the focus in your own words. That's like paraphrasing. If you paraphrase, you try to copy word to words. Did you understand, Niru? Right? So if you analyze it my way, it's easier that you won't look at that and you do it with your own words. All right? Okay. So now you know how to write introductions. Write this down, please. If you want to have 2 sentences in the introduction, then the first one general, second one focus. If you want to have 3 sentences in the introduction, the first 2 general and the third one focus. Okay? Right. Now the body. Note. Go back to your note. Now, introduction is a must. Body can have IELTS, they want. This is what they have told. Minimum 2 paras. That's why it's like a O-level essay. Now, the doctors who are in my class say, these IELTS questions are boring. If this health and, medicine, we will write, the chances of you getting health and medicine is like 10%. All right. 90% is astronomy and agriculture and transport and children and you see that. So therefore, you can't say I don't get ideas in the IELTS exam. They want only minimum 2 paragraphs, like a school essay. All right. Now let's say in the 10 minutes of rough work, you had only one social problem and you had only one solution. So the social problem in one body paragraph, the solution in one body paragraph. Did you understand that? That's all. Minimum 2. 3 is also okay, students. Now let's say, students, you had 3 problems. You had only one problem and one solution, then one problem in one paragraph, solution in one. You got 2 problems. And then for both the problems, you had one answer solution. So one problem in one body paragraph, the other problem in other body paragraph, solution in one body paragraph. So each point you collect becomes a paragraph. All right. They have said, examiners have said, maximum, typing, maximum 4 paragraphs. Please write it. Write it. So minimum 2 paragraphs, maximum. I don't like it. You write it, but I don't like it. I've been teaching for the last 17 years this subject. And people who have got very good marks have written only 2-3 body paragraphs. Can you write it down? Put a star now. Thank you for sharing that link. Right? Put a star and write. Put a star and write. Teacher said write 2 or 3 body. You can get 250 if you write the body paragraph nicely, right? Okay. So teacher said write, put a star there. Teacher said write body 2 or 3. That means you need only 2 or 3 points when you in your 10 minutes rough work, right? So the number of paragraphs equals the number of points you collect in the 10 minutes. Got it? Are you taking a note? So number of paragraphs equal number of points. So each point, let's say you have one problem, that becomes a paragraph. The other problem, that becomes a paragraph. And for both the problems, let's say you had only one solution, that becomes a paragraph. So each point becomes a paragraph. I just told you the answer, but I'll say it again. Question, what is a body paragraph? What is a body paragraph? Please write the question. Thank you for sharing the link. I just told you the answer. What is a body paragraph? point explanation. The point, so you make the point a sentence and then explain. Now students, I have to tell you this, huh? Very important thing. The easiest way, right? Don't learn for IELTS, right? Learn for life. Whether it's Sinhala, Tamil or English or Italian or German or whatever language, all right? A paragraph is a paragraph. What is a paragraph? A paragraph has a point and then supporting details and a finish off. Paragraph is like a burger bun. You're laughing there, no? What is a burger bun? What are the parts of a burger bun? If you remember the burger bun, then you can write the paragraph. 2 bun parts. In the middle, you get salad and the meat and everything. Now, in a burger bun, the top bun part is very important. Why is it important? Without that, it doesn't even look like a burger. So every paragraph, the point becomes the first sentence, which is called a topic sentence. You make it a topic sentence, a roof. Then comes the salad and the meat. In a burger bun, the salad and the meat actually sticks first to the top bun part. So your supporting sentences in a paragraph should talk about the topic sentence, the point. Then in a burger bun, you have the bottom bun part, which sticks the whole thing. Otherwise, the burger bun will fall. Everything will go out. So in every paragraph, there's a last sentence, which is called the finishing off sentence or the concluding sentence of that paragraph. These are the 3 parts of a paragraph. Take it down. Are you writing? What is a body paragraph? So it has a point. Wait, take my note. This is how you write paragraphs in Sinhala also, in Tamil also. Got it? Then put a plus sign, please. Put a plus sign. Put a plus sign. Are you taking a note? Supporting sentences. They are the supporting. How many? How many? I want minimum 3, maximum 4. Okay, you can write about 3 or maximum 4 plus. Now, you might ask me, Miss, what are supporting sentences? You know how to write paragraphs, right? What are supporting sentences? It can be an example, students. For example, some children watch aggressive content and they become violent. No? Facts. You can lie. This is not a knowledge, not a reference. Say, in recent research, they have found out that when children watch aggressive content, they become violent. Or you can write an explanation. 1 or 2 sentences, etc. Those are the supporting details. Then ending up. So supporting sentences are examples, facts and all that. Ending up with a, right, finishing off sentence. Every paragraph ends with a finishing off sentence. We call it a concluding sentence. All right, that is the last sentence. It is like a summary. It is like, are you taking the note? Is everyone writing? Right? Because I will tell you, it is like a summary of that whole paragraph. It is like a summary of that whole paragraph. The last sentence is a very important sentence. Got it? This is a body paragraph. All right. Okay. Tell me now. Look at my fingers. The point, topic, sentence. Okay. At least 3 supporting sentences and an ending sentence. Now look at my hand, everyone, and look at your note and tell me in an IELTS body paragraph, how many minimum sentences should be written? In an IELTS, Yoga said 3. Yoga think hard. Vinod, excellent answer. 5, no, you didn't even look at my hand. Topic sentence. 3 supporting details. And every body paragraph has minimum 5. That is why we are using a pencil to write, students. How can you use the pen? No tipex in the IELTS exam. You see that? So you know if you have less than 5 sentences, that's why you have a lot of things to do while you're writing. You know, if I were you, if I write a paragraph, I will write the paragraph, I'll read and see whether it has 5 and then go and write the next one. Otherwise, you write the whole essay and then when you come back, oh, I have only 240. I have to erase now. How to erase? You're proofreading paragraph by paragraph. Did you understand that? Right? So minimum 5 sentences in a body or maximum 6. Can you write it down, please? Minimum 5 or maximum 6. All right? Okay. Shall I help you? Go to the question now. Previous page. This first essay, no, I'll help you. Huh? Okay. Go to the question. Go to the social problem side, Suna. Go to social problem side. Go to social problem side. Go to the previous page, social problem. I'll give you 2 problems, right? You have some lot of bullet points now. I'll give you, take 1 bullet point, put number 1 there. What is the biggest problem now? Biggest problem is children imitate all the violent acts. Okay. So write in whatever language you like. So how do you write this paragraph? Children imitate paragraph. If you write, this is how you write. The most significant problem is children imitating the violent acts which they see in movies. Tongue, ting, tongue. Therefore, this problem has to be solved by relevant authority. Did you understand? That's 5 sentences. I'll give another one. Now, what about big people in countries like America? People watch movies and rob banks also, no? There are effects to the society. Okay. Now, how do you write this paragraph? Furthermore, there are effects to the society. Tongue, tongue, tongue. Thus, society would be also adversely affected. Did you understand that? Enough. Now go to the solution side, other side. For both the problems, I'll give you one answer. So the answer, government can implement regulations. All right. Okay. How do you write this paragraph? On the other hand, a solution to both the problems is implementing government regulations. 1, 2, 3. Thus, government regulations would definitely assist this problem. Did you understand how to write a paragraph, students? Please tell me. Did you understand how to write a paragraph? Yes or no? Right? This note is very important. Whatever is there, type 1 or type 2, it's the same. Okay. Are you okay? Very silent. Students? Did you understand paragraphing? Huh? You have to write. Okay. Niru, you didn't understand what I told you. If you write a point, you have to write 5 sentences to elaborate it. The point is the first sentence, implementing government regulations as a solution to the problem. Then have your 3 supporting details and an ending sentence. That's the paragraph. Did you understand, Niru? Did you understand? Whatever you write in the body and make your point, you have to have 5 sentences. Did you understand? Niru, I'm asking you. Okay, good. Don't move if you don't understand. Huh? All right. Now, done. 5, 15 sentences there. You get your 250 students. No need of this 4th. Think about this as like this. It's about an English test. It's an English test, not about mathematics. You can write 500 words, but your English is bad. So when you write a little, you concentrate on your English. Yeah? Just write 251 million. All right. Okay. Right. Now, go to the note. Go to the note. So introduction, body paragraph. Next page, the new page. Conclusion paragraph. Ending. Last paragraph. Short. Minimum 2 sentences. Right? Maximum 4. Now introduction, I say minimum 2, maximum 3. Here minimum 2, maximum 4. Okay? Are you okay? how do we write it? Now, usually in university, undergraduate essays, your assignment answers in university, they are long. That's why they call undergraduate essay. They have about 10-15 body paragraph. So what we do in university, we summarize all the 10-15 and write in the conclusion. A summary is the method for a long essay, not for IELTS essay, not for a short essay. All right. So I have a shortcut. Now you know the shortcut of writing the introduction. People say paraphrasing the question, I don't like it. Because you copy words, write down the general subject, write down the focus, which are the tasks, combine it, write your introduction. What is the method of writing the conclusion? The shortcut is just say the same thing in the introduction in different words. Rephrase your introduction. Whatever you have said in the introduction, you look at it and change the words and write again. Minimum 2 sentences. Maximum 4, right? Finally, violence in films have created problems and mentioned above. However, they could be mitigated by implementing government regulations. All right. Can you put a star there? You will never get a high mark even if your English is super. Do not include new ideas in the conclusion. Now, Sri Lankan students are very famous. When the invigilators coming also, they are writing. IELTS, you can't. You have a plan, you execute this 10-minute plan. In the middle, you can't add ideas because ideas are for redrafting. So no redrafting, nothing in this exam, one shot. You see that? So solid plan, 2-3 points, write it. Always look. Right? In the middle, you can't add ideas in IELTS. No drafts, no new paras, no drafting. You see that? Okay, got it? All right. Did you understand? Yes. All right. All right. Nobody's talking. Is there any problem? Can you hear me? All right. Okay. Now we are writing. We are writing. General students. All the general students in my class, can you send me type G and send it to me now? I want to see how many people are there in the class. General students, how many general are there? We know general, come on. Tisaru. Okay. Chamara, Nirosha, that's 2 there. Lishan. Yeah, come on. Okay. All the general students are now going to write this essay in class. Okay. I won't give 40 minutes. I have given you everything. Right? General students, this is what you do. You're going to, no typing, please. No typing. Today, no, that paper is not there. You take a A4 sheet, write your own introduction. Everyone take my 3 points. Today, first they say my plan. What are the 3 points? Children imitating 1 body paragraph. Society effects 1 body paragraph. The solution for both in 1 body paragraph. So 3 points, okay? And write your own conclusion. First they say my plan. Next week, your plan. All right? Okay, so general students, now you're doing it. I'm timing. I don't trust your homework. All right. Even if you write 1 paragraph, mail me. Get out of, in the sense you sit down, keep quiet, write it, take a picture and Gmail. I'm just writing my Gmail address. Sorry, not Gmail, email, VL. My email address is, wait. VL. I typed it, no? vl.nikoj@icbt campus.edu.lk. All right. So edu simple. Right. So now the time is 5:20. I'll give you 25 minutes. Okay. Right. Write, take a picture, email me, vl.email me, come back to class at 5:50. Can you do that, all the general students? Okay, at 5:50, when you come back, come to this chat and say, Miss, I sent the email sent, essay sent, all right? 5:50, whether you're there or not, I'm describing your letter writing task 1, that is your homework. Okay, thank you. I'll see you at 5:50. General people, write, no typing, please. I won't read them because paper based, right? So take a picture, Gmail and email and come back to class. All right, academic students, thank you. All right, you can start writing. Academic students, where are the academic students? Can you send me an A, please? Academic students, send me A. Then I know how many people are there. Academic students, your essay is your homework. Yeah, Shahan, what's the problem? Shahan?
Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not allowed to send a message.
Then talk. Yes.
Yeah, so that's all.
Yeah, Shahan. Tell. What's the problem?
Ma'am,
You are
excuse
not
me, ma'am.
allowed, even I'm not allowed to send messages here. I'm logged in with my phone also. I can type there, but not here. You see that? Some
I'm
problem.
not. Yeah, and no, so I'm not getting your messages, ma'am. Your email address.
Can you please log in? Try login again. Otherwise, you have to inform them. Tell the coordinator. Okay, I can't do anything about it. All these technical errors, you have to write to the coordinator. She's the one who helps. All right. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
right. Academy students, can you do this essay for homework? Write homework. Take a piece of paper and write all your homework. Today you will have a reading test for homework. I will mail you listening for homework and this essay for homework. Okay, a lot of explanation for you. Now next week you are going to write the essay in class. Like they went out, you come, you write. All right, then that's your real mark. Okay, homework essay. Write it down. Your essay was homework for. So please do the same points. Don't change. Academic homework. Now we will go to talk about task 1. Okay, we learn task 1. Okay, now in my class, my coordinator has emailed you some material which should not be printed out. If some people would have done it, that's okay. You don't need them. You can keep it in the computer. These are the materials. Can you see them? Wait, I'll show you. Two documents. One document is called this one. I'll open it. I'll open it. This is one document I'm sharing now. See whether you have this. Take it out or open it in your computer. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Purima, Chamili. Can you see the screen? Yeah. Take this document out to your computer. Now students, this is all about your writing, but today we will only talk about a little part. Niru, what's the problem, Niru? You can't see my screen or something? All can see. Niru, you log in again then, right? Okay, Niru. That must be internet problem. No? All right. Now, and then there was another document. I'll tell you what that is later. All right. Now we are going to talk about your task 1. Take a note, please. Now I'm not showing you now. Okay. Take a note. Writing task 1. Okay. Writing task 1. Take a note. So 40 minutes gone for the essay. You have 20 minutes. Using 150 words. This is shorter. You have to look at a picture and write a summary, and sometimes they call it a report. So if report or summary is the same, it's like an essay in paragraphs. Remember students, if I do any task 1 in class, I'll give you a mark according to the marking scheme. I'll give you the mark scheme, and then next day I'll give you a 9 answer also. You understand that? So you will know this is 9. All right, okay. Now you have to look at graphic data and write this report, right? The graphic data might be a graph, might be a chart, might, bar chart, pie chart, might be a table, right? Graph, chart, table. They are very popular students, or graph and a chart. And lastly, they have given different picture like a map, like a flow chart, like a cycle. Okay, I don't know what you'll get. Today we'll learn how to do the graphs. Next day we will learn charts. Fifth day we'll learn tables, and final day we'll go to picture description. So that's the reason why 6 classes are really important. How do you look at the graph and write this report? Now students, the meaning of this question is, can you put graphic data into words? The picture can come out of physics or economics or something which you are not studied. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. Now, wait. I'm going to share my screen. I don't need to be in the scene now. Okay. Can you see my screen now, everyone? Can you see my screen? All right. Can you see it? Huh? Can you see the screen? Okay. Now, this document is a very important document. Okay. Now, in this document, the task 2 side, you read all. Task 1, don't read. Today, we will only do graph. So, you read up to page 14. Read up to page 14. Page 15 is our next week lesson. Right. Now, time plan. Take a time plan, student. Time plan. Take 5 minutes to do rough work in the test paper itself. You can't do anything like this if you do a computer-based test. You know, rough work done in the computer. Alright, you just give a piece of paper to write. I don't like that. If in a paper-based test, you can scribble in the paper. 12 minutes to write. And 3 minutes to check. Did you see that? This was so fast, huh? 5 to write, 12 to 5 to think, 12 to write, and 3 to check. All right. Now I am going to show you a graph. Let's go to graph. Before we go to graph, students, I want to ask you a question. Why do people look at graphs? Can somebody tell me why do people look at graphs? Why? Why do people look at graphs? Can someone tell me? What do graphs show? What do graphs show? Huh? What do graphs show? Obviously, Niru, they show data. I want something more. Yeah, graphs show trends. Graphs show summaries. You see that? Obviously, Niru, they show data, statistics. I don't want that. Right? Why do people look at them? They look at them to find out trends or summaries at a quick glance. That's what they want. The word is trend. So I don't know whether you have studied in Sinhala or Tamil. So there's a language of graphs. Take a piece of paper and write them down. Right? Number 1, if x-axis and y-axis are labeled, what is this trend? Wait, what is this trend? One moment. I'm drawing it here. What is it? What? What is that? Can you see that? What is that? If you x-axis and y-axis label, what is that? Not drawing it. Takes a long time to load. No? What is it called? Loading. Can you see that? Upward trend. So to talk about, very good. To talk about going up, we can have verbs like increase. Take them down. Rise. Grow. Ascend. You might know them in your mother tongue. Then how much would be important? So we need some adverbs. Take them down. It increase sharply or dramatically or rapidly or steadily or gradually or moderately or slowly. So people who are studying mathematics, economics, physics, you know these words. No? Second one. What is this one? What is that? Downward trend. A general downward trend. So we can have verbs like, are you taking them down? Fall, decrease, decline, descend. Okay. Number 3. What is this one? Can you see number 3, everyone? Are you drawing? Fluctuations or variations. Okay. Next one. So people who are done maths and all, they know these words, but other people have to know. What is this? The next one. What's that? Constant, stable. Or we can say, no, constant, stable, or leveled off for 10 years. Or plateau. What is plateau? Like a flat? Horton Plains is a plateau. Okay. Stable. Next one. What is this one? What's the next one? Peak. It reached a peak. Right? Peak. Last one, now I have never seen this, but I don't know whether you get a very large growth, which is called exponential growth. Did you see it? So these are all the trends you will see in line graphs. Understand that? All right. So we need the words. Please read up to page 14, everyone. Page 14. Now let us go to the question. Okay, everyone go to the question. So slow. Everyone go to the question. So how many minutes do you have for the question now? Here in this page, can you come to this question? All right. This is the question. Turn to this page. Now you are having this. Can you see my screen? Students, can you see my screen? Are you there? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? I don't have any response. Yes. Okay. Now we have 5 minutes to do rough work. Okay. So if you have a printout, you can do. I can take a pen here. Let's read the question now. Graph below shows the area of land from which grain was harvested. Now you don't know anything about area of land. You don't know anything about grain harvested. Write a report or summarize. That's all. Okay, so we have millions of hectares, and on one side we have 1950, 99. So this must be 1996. Am I right? Okay. Now I want to ask you a very important question. Are you going to start here, describe everything, come here? Huh? Anyone can do that, no? Starting from the beginning and going to the end is not proper interpretation of a graph. So what are they asking you? Overall, what are the trends you see? Overall, what are the connections you see? Show it, but show it properly. You understand that? So I will teach you the paragraphs. Take a note down. Structure of writing task 1. Graphs, it's the same for graphs, same for charts. Method is the same, paragraphs, and same for tables. First paragraph, when you write your answer in that piece of paper, the examiners want you to write an introduction. This is the shortest sentence. It can be one sentence, but now remember essay, you can't write 1, 2. Here they have allowed 1 or maximum 2 sentences. Okay? Are you okay? Lot of students, you know what they do? They copy the same word in the question, right? The graph below shows the area of land. You can say the graph illustrates the amount of land harvested in millions of hectares from 1950 to 1996. So, what is the shortcut now? Paraphrase the question, change the words. Got it? You can paraphrase the question to write the introduction. Got it? Yes or no? Secondly, second paragraph, you need to write an overview statement about the general trends or relationships. Okay? Okay. You can start that paragraph by telling in general this is what has happened. Or you can say overall this is what has happened. Don't put any units in this. This is also short paragraph, minimum 1 sentence, maximum 3. Okay. So now overall what has happened now, students? Overall the area of land had increased with fluctuations and reached a peak in 1980, and overall it had decreased with fluctuations. Did you understand the 2 sentences? But it's a paragraph. Okay. So introduction paragraph, overview paragraph. Now no one's going to believe you. You have to describe the best answer, best examples. So 1 or 2 paragraphs. Choose the best examples and describe the trend or trends in detail. So take the best data, don't take all. Right? Now, for example, in this one, you can say at the beginning, I'm starting at the beginning because there's a rice there. At the beginning, almost 600 million hectares of grain were harvested worldwide, but in the 1950s, USSR initiated the Virgin Lands program. So therefore, it had come to almost 650 million. After that, there were fluctuations and it increased slowly. In 1975, the doubling of world grape prices happened. So there had been a rapid increase. Then it reached a peak coming to almost 750 million in 1980. From 1980 to 1995, it had decreased with fluctuations. I can put a full stop there, but I will say retreat with fluctuations and retrenchment. Now I have not studied economics, but I just used the words they have given. Did you see that? Right? Okay. Now, if you have 150 words here, this is the end of your answer. Do you understand that? Don't write conclusion. That's not a must. Obviously, if you don't have 100 words, you have to write a conclusion. Then students ask me, Miss, then how do we write this conclusion now? Now, essay, what is the shortcut now? Whatever you have said in the introduction, teacher said say the words and write again. Alright, task 1, the shortcut to writing a conclusion is if you have to write, otherwise don't write. Rephrase your overview, whatever you have said in the overview, you rephrase it. in 1 or 2 sentences. Right? Now, what is the overview now? What is the overview? In general, the area of land had increased in fluctuation, reached a peak in 1980, and in general it had decreased. Now, how are you going to change these words? In conclusion, it seems that the area of land had gone up because of two things, and it had come down because of another. Don't say one thing, other thing. It has gone up because of doubling of world grain prices and USSR Virgin Loans program. It had come down because of retrenchment. Now let's say you're an economic student. All right, you know this is all about market forces and this is all money. So you will think, I'll get extra marks. I will write in conclusion it had gone up because of the government policies and come down because of the market forces. I have explained very well. They will ignore you. All right. They will just count that for 150. You don't have to write meanings. Just use the words they have given. Did you understand that? Right? No need to write meanings. All right. So remember essential paragraphs, introduction, paraphrasing the question, overview statement, then 1 or 2 body paragraphs, conclusion, not an important thing. Now students, I want to see it, show you a 9 answer. All right. What is a 9 answer? Super answer, and it should be over 150. Can you see the screen? For your convenience today, and please don't put this, they will cut off everything, they will deduct marks. So introduction, the overview, the body, and don't write, please, please, please. Okay, can you read this? They have given a 9 for this answer. You have it in your computer also. Please read this answer. I'll give you homework now. I'll give you homework now. Can you think about what I told you? I'll give you the writing mark scheme soon. Clear introduction, general statement. Then you can, if you want, you can break this into 2 paragraphs, but he has written in 1. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. This is actually unnecessary. This part is unnecessary if you write this part. Okay, read. Okay. Do you think 9 is good for that? Super answer. So examples are only taken here. No statistics here. Okay. Yes or no? All right. Right. Now students, lot of work for you. First day. Now I'm going to give you a graph also for homework. The more you do, the better for you, because they have never repeated any question. Now your coordinator has sent a graph chart sheet. I'll open it. I think some people have already brought it to the computer now. Look at this now. Look at this. Can you see this? Can you take it out, please? Take it out. Okay, take it out. Take it out. Homework 1. Okay, so you have the essay for homework, 30 minutes. I didn't give you 40 minutes because I helped you. This is another one, homework. Okay, right. I want to make some corrections here, actually some additions here. All right, okay. Take your pen and you can correct them. I want to make this 2025. Okay, here also. All right, right. Okay, right. Now I'll help a little. The graph in figure 1 shows the demand for energy and the energy available from fossil fuels in Fredonia, petrol, diesel, 1985 2025. 40 years, 45 years. Write a report. You don't know anything about energy available, you don't know anything about energy demand. You're just putting graphic data into words. Okay, right. So write a nice introduction. Do you see 2 lines? Then obviously there are 2 trends. If we talk about the trend for demands for energy, if you talk about the demand for energy, what has happened to demand for energy? All right, it has decreased, leveled off, increased slowly, increased rapidly. Take a body paragraph and show a little bit. If you talk about the energy available, what has happened? Increased, rapidly reached a peak in 1995, decreased, and it has leveled off, right? It has remained constant for these years. Take some examples and show it. Now, what is the, if you want to write a conclusion, what will you write? Now, what is the trend now? Energy demand fell at the beginning, energy available, huge excess of energy, Then passing 2000, energy demand is a huge energy gap for me. So you can say in conclusion, it seems in the 1990s, there had been a huge excess of energy, but after passing 2000, the energy gap continues to widen. Definitely, they will have to look for alternative sources. You don't have to write it. Please don't write. Right? Just write what is here. All right? Okay. Can you please do this for homework? When you come back, I'll give you a 9 answer. Okay. Okay, students. All right. So, academy students, what is your homework now? Tell me. What is your homework? Essay you have to write. The same essay with my 3 points. All right. And then this graph. That's all. Next day you're doing essay in class. I'm taking class 1 for homework. So academy students, before you go, you will have a lot of work, classwork, homework. Sit down at 2 o'clock with a big water bottle. All right. So I will send you your reading and listening homework mail. Print out and do. All right, and the class material print out and bring only one, the test papers. Other things you can keep it in the computer. All right, any questions to ask academy students? Any questions? Any questions? Okay then, academy students, thank you very much. Good night, and I'll see you next week with all the class work. All right, okay. Thank you, bye. General students, come back to class, please. General students, come back to class. Are you there? General students, come. Thank you. General students, come back to class. General students, good night. Type G, general students. Are you there? General students, are you there in class? Okay, come back. Okay, bye. General students, are you there in class? Please come back. Thank you. General students, come back to the class. You can finish the essay after I finish the class. General students? Okay. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. General students, are you there? Okay. Take a note down now. If you have not finished the essay, you can send it later. All right. Okay. So 40 minutes when you finish the class, you can sit down and send it to me. Now, general students, now 40 minutes gone for the essay. You have 20 minutes, and using 150 words. Are you typing? All right. 150 words. You have to read a question and write the answer in the form of a letter. Trevor, are you doing general? Trevor doing
Yes,
general? Take a note. So 40 gone for the essay, 20 minutes. I think it's only Trevor I see here. That's what. All right. So using 150 words, you have to read a question and write a letter. You see that? So you're lucky it's an essay and a letter. So finish your essay and then come to letter. All right. So now just one question. Actually, your job is easy. Everything is in the question. All right. There are 3 types of letters. What are 3 types of letters? Yes. What are 3 types? Formal letter. Now students, I have to tell you something. You are lucky, yeah? Because now in our real life formal letters, you have to put the addresses, headings, all those in the proper place, right? IELTS, they don't want. You understand that? They don't want. They just want the and the answer. They are not worried about structures. Real life, you have to put your addresses, headings, but not IELTS. So when you do a letter for me, next day I will mark it, give you a mark and give you 9 answer. Okay? Right. So second one is semi-formal. I'll tell you when to write. And third one is informal. Right? Now, formal letter is when you write to a person you don't know. If your question says to someone you don't know, then dear sir, madam. Now students, for you also, I have sent, my coordinator has sent something like this. I will open it now. My coordinator has sent this and I want you to bring it every day to class. Please bring it every day to class. This one. Do you have this one? She has actually sent this on the 3rd day. Last week she sent this with material. Don't print, bring to class. Class material. Do you have it? Huh? Do you have it? She has sent this. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah. She has sent it.
Always have it, because I'm doing work from there. So students, formal letter. Now today go home and read that booklet, general writing. Read up to page 9. Okay, don't read 10. Learn lots of things about letter writing. So formal letter is always, memorize them. Dear sir / madam. We don't know who is receiving. All right. Memorize. Ending is yours faithfully. Okay, always yours faithfully. Students, when you don't know a name. Then students, put a signature, formal letter, and you have to write the name clearly. All right. Okay. You understand that? Remember, letter should be minimum short letter, 3 paras. So formal letter, first paragraph, who are you and why are you writing? 1 or 2 body paragraphs to explain the question and an action-oriented ending. It's always the 3 parts. Who, why, explain the why, action-oriented ending. Right? Then we have semi-formal. Now, how do we decide for semi-formal? Is, let's say you're writing to your bank manager, you know his name. You can assume school teacher, old principal, a neighbor you don't know very well, your landlord. You see that? Then semi-formal. Official matter, I know the name. Dear Mr. Silva. Surname, not first name. Dear Mr. Silva. Okay. Once again, 3 parts. Why are you writing 1 or 2 body paragraphs? Action-oriented ending. Yours sincerely. Because we use the name. Okay. Dear sir, yours faithfully. Dear Mr. Silva, not dear Mr. Kamal, not the first name, it's surname. In Sri Lanka, a lot of people make mistake. Semi-formal letters are written, dear student. They are lazy. Write dear Mr. and the surname, right? Your sincerely signature, and you write the name clearly. These are essential. So write the 3 paragraphs or 4. 3 or 4 enough. Then informal, I hope you will not get in. I hope you'll get that. It's easy. But the problem is, student, now we don't write letters. This question has become obsolete. Why? We have WhatsApp and everything. Informal letters. Am I right or wrong? Huh? Do we write letters to people now? So old fashioned. Informal. Friend, personal. Dear Sam. Dear Sam. We don't say dear Mr. Sam. And the ending is yours sincerely. Now people write best wishes. That is actually email ending. Yours sincerely, no signature, nothing. And just write your name, first name. Alright. Now. Language control. Formal means from the beginning to the end. Formal words. Hi, madam. Informal. Okay. Then don't say dear Sam. You say hi, Sam. No problem. No problem. Now, formal. From the beginning to the end, formal. I would like to assist you. I can help you. Do you see the difference? Choose words according to a relationship. Formal from the beginning to the end. I don't know him well, then more formal side. Informal, chatty. Homework. So read this up to page 9. Homework, take a screenshot of your homework. Now I'm happy some people wrote the essay and already mailed me. Others can do it after the class. This is your homework. Take a screenshot. Okay. Sorry. I'll show you the homework. One moment, student. Now you might ask me, we have 20 minutes now. Take a time plan. 5 minutes thinking. You're lucky, not like academy people. Plan. What is it? 3 minutes to check. Okay, that's the time plan. 5 to plan, 12 to write, and 3 to check. All right. Now, okay. Sorry. This is your homework. Now I say done. Thank you very much. Please email me. Can you take a screenshot of your homework? So you have reading, listening, they'll come in the mail, plus this writing. Take a screenshot, please. No essay for you because if you have written, you don't have essay again. Okay. Then can you take a screenshot? Are you taking it? No. Homework. Right. I'll give you the mark schemes and everything, and I'll show you a 9 answer also, Subran. Then you're happy. Your mark and what is a 9? Are you happy? Okay. Right. Any questions now? Think for 5 minutes and write. You can be creative, and but keep to the tone. Okay, read up to page 9, students. Are you okay? Everybody's silent. So what is your homework now? You reading and listening will be homework. They'll come later. No essay. So people who have not sent me the essay, now sit down. I'm finishing the class. So mail me the essay now. All right. Thank you very much, students. I'll send all the document, the test soon for you to print out and, be ready for our next class. You see a lot of hard work now. Next week, you're writing the letter in class. I don't trust homework, right? Lot of hard work. This is how I go. Thank you. Good night.